Hello everyone, ever wanted a super hard game about fighting with a little bit of story and scenes of a fight better than in John Wick? Guys, there is already a game like that, and it's Sifu. I don't know if you could somehow miss this game or didn't see any of the videos that are really flying all over the internet now, but believe me, this is the experience that will make you really wanna finish the game. On your own or finishing with some of the experts that are last players. Why? Well, because it's really very hard. And when I mean hard, I mean really something hard that is on a Dark Souls level. One of the hardest games I ever played, and I'm not even kidding, guys. So let's begin and let me show you why it is so hard. Sifu puts you in the hand of a really masterful Asian gentleman who's about to kick about everyone's ass in a game. Literally. He's gonna destroy everyone on his way. Well, unless you don't know how to control him and play the game. So this game really is something that starts straight up. You basically don't even have tutorial because tutorial is basically a first level. You just jump straight up into the game. The game doesn't tell you what's going on in the first seconds, you just gotta fight people. And believe me, the fighting is amazing. The animations, the graphics, everything looks on spot. So, if it was one thing that could stop you the game, it is how hard it is. But let's not dive deep into that. So basically, the game is something that is a progression. You can finish it in the speedrun way, or you can finish it in a slow methodical way, depending on your play style. Thanks to the magic talisman, the protagonist can be rescued on the spot where he dies, which ages them by a number of years that increased every time they are slain, and decrease under the certain conditions. So, for example, if you are, let's say, trying something for 10 times and you finish the mission by the cost of blowing their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s and 60s over a few days, sorry, but that's not a big deal. Some of the years were probably gonna suck, right? So, to explain for you better, as younger you are, your stamina is basically better, you're easier to move, you're faster and everything like that. But then, when you become older, you become more of an expert. You become something like a real true fighter, because you can kill people on the way. Like, let's say, touchdown, and someone's dead. Anyway, moving on to something that is more important, the leveling. This game has really great leveling, where you can literally get something for the permanent, or maybe, let's say, for the level only. It's very hard to explain. This is something you gotta try on yourself, but I'm just gonna give you a little bit of glance. So basically, you always need to think you either gonna buy something for the permanent, like a skill, or you're gonna use it for the level. And it's very important. Do you wanna finish the game with one run or not? First of all, the game has all 5 levels, and they are all really very hard. You don't need to finish them all in one run, but once you reach some of the level, you can restart it as many times as you want. Always beginning from the lowest age at which you finished the previous level. For instance, you can cooperate with CEO who hides out in mine, or one option to give yourself more leeway by attempting to finish the previous level at your younger age. You might need to rely on something to the level before and the level before too. Through your point, you may well restart from the beginning to grind out some permanent skill unlocks like I mentioned before. That's really very devilish of Sifu. When the way of the forward is blocked, you don't get to throw up your hands to say, oh, the hell, what is it, I'm stuck. You can always admit you're at defense and go back in time to do it better. You've been shown nothing but degeneracy after it all. That's all what draws out and what otherwise will be very short of a game. Even with unlockable shortcuts, most of the levels contains a few significant encounters before you can reach the boss fight. Because basically all the 5 levels, they finish with the boss fight that you need to finish to go on. And if you screw up and you really experience a few of unwritten business before, you will get to the boss chamber. Well, obviously you will get to restart the whole level and repeat it and repeat it. The originating of compelling the Sifu is inspired of the hell of that. I can say that I was expectantly happy to beat it up, but let's say some nightclub bouncer of 50 or so would turn my way into the second level. I didn't feel like I could accept the defeat either. So believe me, well, I didn't finish the game fully, to be honest. I had to finish it with the reviewers, the other ones, the ones who are better. Anyway, I have my time, but the video need to be done. Well, jokes aside, your time in Sifu is really towards of the fighting of the games. Some of the levels are really one of the best fights I've seen. And what I really want to admit is a really unique way how they made up that your characters, the way how it differently looks, your skins and stuff like that, how well they animated. The animations in this game are amazing, like is the graphic also. You can also produce wildly diverse combinations with like kneeing, elbowing, kicks, punches and throws by 1-2 shots by analog stick. So with this whole thing, it's one of the best fighting games you could find, even so this is not even a Tekken. While holding block and flicking and analog sticks and stuff like that, you can sleep something really very great. Worth to mention that Sifu for now available only on PlayStation and Epic Store on PC. So far it's not on Steam. Well, I'm not sure if it's gonna be anytime soon, but even if it's not going to be, I really recommend you to try it at least on PlayStation. Sifu gets a high mark of 5 out of 5, just from how well the animations are, how really interesting the game is, and how actually it is repeatable in some way. Let's say if you finish it once, you want to finish it in a quicker time, with another skin, with another younger age, or stuff like that. So this is what adds the repeatability to the game. Well, thank you everyone for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope this review was really very helpful to you.